to my channel, Noelle's Crafty Coop. Today's video is sponsored by Making Memory Store in Siren, Wisconsin. I will be using this stamp set from Totally Tracy, Dare to Be Artsy clear stamps. I'm going to use this flower and this leaf and stems, and this thanks sentiment. This is a very versatile stamp set. You can use it for just about anything. I did a video earlier with the same stamps with the Live, Laugh, and Love. I will show you that. Here's that. Very cute card, simple. And I'm going to do another really quick, simple card using these stamps. I'm also going to be using Kaiser Mist, red and peach. These are, I believe they were $5 at the Making Memory Store in Siren. What these are is just a mist with mica in it. And you can see it sitting at the bottom there. It gives you a lot of shimmer on your artwork. So before you use them, you'll want to shake them up really, really good and get that mica off the bottom. Mix it up. So we're going to be using those Kaiser sprays. I'm going to use VersaFine Claire Nocturne, this stamp set. And we're going to be recreating this. Just a one layer simple card, but it has a lot of pop. So I have my white card base. I have gold paper. It's very, very bright, very shiny. I'll also link that in my description below. This comes in a pack of green, blue, pink, red. I get it from Amazon. I love the shine that you get off of that. And then this is a piece of watercolor paper from Strathmore. You'll want the smooth. So we're going to get right on into this. And this is going to get a little messy. You'll also want some water. And we're going to use these two Kaiser Mist sprays in red and peach. And you'll want to have a rag handy. So you'll want to clear your desk of anything that you don't want to get messy, okay? Clear these cards out of here so they don't get sprayed on. I just cut down my card panel, and we are going to we're going to do what's called a smush method. So see, that mica is still sitting at that bottom, so we want to shake these up really, really good. Get a good mixture. These come in many, many different colors. These are just the colors that they chose for me to use for my videos. So you're going to use your glass mat or some kind of media mat that you can easily clean up. So we're going to spray this right onto my glass mat. And we're going to take this piece of watercolor paper and we're going to put it right in the middle of all that misty goodness. I'm going to soak all that up. There we go. I'm going to just drag it through to get rid of the white spaces. I think that's pretty. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to clean this up. And then what I want to do is bring in my heat gun. And we're going to dry this a little bit. Again, there's little pools of that spray, so you can just take your fiber cloth, whatever you have, soak some of that up. It gives it texture and dimension, and that shimmer spray is still in there. I don't know if you can tell, there's a little bit there, but that's pretty, really pretty. So now we have, I want to use my distressed sprayer, excuse me, and we're just going to put a little bit of water droplets. So you don't want to be a full mist, you want just droplets coming out of this. So you're just going to squeeze it very gently. Just going to put some drops around. Can be big drops, little drops. This mist, the Kaiser mist sprays are water reactive, so that water is getting in there and it's actually bleaching it out a little bit. And you just take your cloth and dry it up a little. See what it does? It's pretty cool. I think I want a little bit more right here. We don't want to go overboard. A little bit will go a long ways. And the longer you leave it on there, the more bleached out it gets. So I'm fairly happy with that. It's very, very pretty, very cool. And like that shimmer, that the mica is still on there, you can tell. So what we want to do now is completely dry this, because we are going to stamp right on top of it, and you want it really, really dry. Excuse me. This paper is pretty malleable. It'll soak up a lot of water, but it will also take a little bit of a curl. That's fine. You can work it around a little bit. If it bothers you too much, put a heavy book on it. Run it through your die cut machine where it's just laying flat between the two sandwiches. Otherwise, you can just do what I did right here. Just play with it a little bit, and it gets it back pretty flat again. So what I want to do now is bring in my stamp positioner. This is a mini Misti. I got it from Amazon. And these are photopolymer stamps. So we are going to leave our little mouse pad in there. If it was a red rubber stamp, we would just take this mouse pad out and be able to stamp right here. But since it's photopolymer, we're going to leave the mouse pad in there. And you're going to look at your panel, decide what you want to be your top, what you want to be your bottom. I think I like it this way. Put it in that bottom right hand corner. Make sure it's nice and snug against the sides. Put your magnets down. And we're going to come in and we're going to use this stamp and this stamp. This is a super simple card, guys. Not much technique to it. So put your flower where you want it, close the door, press, and pick up. make sure that paper didn't move, make sure it's still in the corner. And for this project, I'm going to be using VersaFine Clair. You can also find this in the Making Memory store in Siren. And I'm just going to go and put my ink down straight onto that flower. Nice thing about a stamp positioner is if you don't get it inked up completely the first time, you're not happy with your image, it's not dark enough, you can stamp it again in the exact same spot. As long as you make sure that that panel is in your bottom right hand corner, everything should line up perfectly. Let's put a little pressure on the back here. Give it a good rub. Lift up that door. Perfect. I don't think I need to do another stamp on that. I think it looks good. I'm going to clean off this little flower. I'm going to leave our panel in there. And I'm going to bring in the stem and leaves. Okay, for this one, I'm going to put the panel in the top right-hand corner, because my stem and leaves are long, so it might need to hang off a little bit. There we go. Now I think what I want to do is put a little mask over this leaf here. Give me one moment. I'm going to just use some Post-it tape, cover-up tape. And I don't want that petal, that leaf, to stamp on that petal. So I am going to gently place this right here where I don't want it to stamp. Close the door, pick up that stamp, make sure everything's still nice and snug in that corner. Come back in with our VersaFine Clair. Excuse me, guys. Ink that up really well. Give it a good press. Some people just do this. That's kind of hard on the wrist. I just use a microfiber cloth and go over it with some pressure, and that works good for me. And that worked perfect. Take off our little mask. Well, I masked up a little bit more than I wanted to. Move that back a little bit. Ink up that part of the stamp. See if we can't get a little bit closer to that flower. There we go. That's better. Like that much, much better. And this card's almost done, guys. Oh, you know what? We're going to leave this here. Got one more stamp I forgot about. We're going to make this a thanks card. And it has the sentiment right here. Thanks. And I'm going to put it right about there. Mind me while I pull this in so I can look, see if it's straight. That's straightish. Pull off my other stamp. All right. I think that moved a little bit. It should be fine. Back in with my VersaFine Clear. Sorry if you hear a little rumble in the background. That's my heat coming on. I think it's like 20 degrees outside today. All right. And there you have our card panel. Very pretty. All right. I want to clean up my stamps here real quick. Do it as we go. Nothing gets lost. Everything's clean when you put it back. I like this stamp set. It's a very nice stamp set. You can use it for so many different things. I think next I am going to color the flower. That will be fun. Okay, so our card panel is done. Give it a little bit of a roll there. There we go. Always want to put the caps back on your sprays. Don't want any accidents. So now I'm going to bring in my shimmer card, my gold cardstock, and I'm going to lay this just flat right on top of it. This is going to be a 1-layer card, or actually just a 1-layer panel. This is super simple, guys. I love how the Kaiser Mist, you can just spray it and get a nice background instead of just stamping that straight on a white cardstock. Now if I do this properly, I should have a nice even border. If you line up that corner, and this corner down here, you should have a nice border. And there you go. Now we're going to put this right onto our card panel, our card base. This glue gun you can also get from the Making Memory store. The bundle is the gun and the tape. I think it's $19.99. But once you run out of this tape, the nice thing about it is you don't have to throw it away. You can open it up. And this is a cartridge. It's refillable. The refills are about $10. So for me, it's more economical and a better choice for me to go this way because I make a load of cards. So I tape that down really good. Bring in my card panel, and again I'm going to line up, oh, we want to make sure this is right side up. We're going to line up those 3 corners. There we go. Last thing I want to do is just bring in some embellishments. The Making Memory store also sells all sorts of embellishments. They have a section just for embellishments. I love it. Put a little one right there. I'm going to come in with smaller ones. I'm going to put one right here. And one right here. There we have it, guys. Nice, easy card. It was fun to do. Hope you liked my cards. Most all the products that I use today can be found in the Making Memories store in Siren. Run out and get this stamp set. It's beautiful. I think next I'm going to play with this one. I haven't played with this flower yet, but this stamp set is from Totally Tracy. They have I think 3 or 5 different stamp sets with flowers looking similar to this. It's $16. Not a bad price with all the stamps that you get. This is the Thanks stamp set. So run and get this. And these Kaiser Mists. I used peach and red. And they come in multiple colors. I think this is about $5. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video and my cards. Super simple. Let me bring back in my other card that I made. Where'd it go? Here it is. This is the other card I made. The first video I did was with this one. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's a very nice video. And super simple cards. Okay guys, I hope you liked my tutorial here. I'll have everything linked in the description. If you liked my video, please give me those thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. You can find that right down in the little box here. Those thumbs up really do help, guys. They help to let YouTube know what the viewers are wanting to see, and that helps me to get on the view list. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. Everybody have a wonderful day, and remember to be kind. Bye.